a job as data analyst, business intelligence developer. So you by using your data, you draft information, you draft intelligence, which will help you for identifying your future business opportunity or future customers, attracting customer, maybe for designing your business strategies and all. This will help you. So business intelligence developer and data engineer, who will also have a architect of data and compiling of data and storing of data. So these are the job roles, career roles you can have in this field of data science and big data. There are other data architect and all is there. There are other jobs also there. Predominantly, I'm saying, right? And in cyber security, as I told you, cyber, which is more concerned nowadays because the world is becoming more prone for all terrorism, from terrorism or other activity, maybe where we have stealing or theft or financial data or our employee data. Those are very prone to hacked or attacked by a cyber attack can happen there. So these are the career roles you have in cyber security. In cyber security analyst, can we can have analyst where you can understand the what type of cyber attacks can happen, how it can be prevented. Those analyst job you can take, and you can be ethical hacker where you can help you to hack into the maybe attackers and all that. And security architect will design your security system based on your need and based on your process, who will design your security architect. And forensic, digital forensic, right, who will find the evidence in cyber attacks and all, who will investigate the cyber attack, and will find some understanding on how this happened and how it can be prevented, or to recover our systems. So these are the career roles is there in cyber security. Actually, for cyber security nowadays we have courses, BTech and all. uh, at, uh, as of now there is no big degree. Recently only they started with a BE cyber security and all. If you take even a courses on cyber security in CEN and other stuff, the Coursera's and all, know that will get you a good job there also, right? If you want to be a ethical hacker, who are really will be, few members will be very passionate or very aspiring to be a ethical hacker and all. So those ethical hackers and all paid nicely, right? So cyber security is also a very important uh, area where you can have a good job opportunity. And next is as a cloud computing, where you have to store data, right? So this storage of data will help you to work remotely from anywhere you can access. Not your data are stored only in your PCs or only in your workplace. It is you can work from anywhere, right? We say now work from home. So this all possible because of dating data from your cloud computings only, right? So the resources, and we collaborate with anyone in this world, and we can work with anyone, any place, anywhere we can work together because of this cloud computing only. So we can increase your business scale to higher level, or to expand yourself by utilizing this cloud computing opportunity. And AI integration will help you for learning models. What you have now we have large learning models or other thing, which this all possible because of cloud computing. We fetch data there, right? Whatever you ask chat gpt or grok or whatever, deep seek, wherever you ask data, it's all data are fetched there. So from there you'll get answers for your queries. So these all possible because of cloud computing. So what is the roles you can have here is cloud engineer, who will design this cloud resources type, whether it's private or owned or a hybrid model and all. And DevOps engineer, who will combine together, right, software and that thing. And cloud security specialist, who will take care of, because we are putting our data in somewhere, right, out of our company or organization. When I have my data within my PC, it is okay, it will be safe. When I put my data in some other outside place, where the security has to be significant, right? You have to ensure the security of the cloud. So those jobs or profiles are very prominent nowadays. So there also you can use this job opportunity in the cloud computing. You can take AWS certifications and all, for Azure certification, Google certifications for this. And robotics, as I told you, robotics expanding rapidly. We use robots from warehouses, even doctor surgeries. It is done with the robotic surgeries happening, which is something very uh, pain without any much blood loss or without any much defective. Everyone is a human being, right? Doctors also commit mistakes while during surgeries. So the robot replacement of robots under the guidance of doctor, the robots can do a better, perfect with the defectless surgeries and all. So we expand from warehouses, drones for delivery. US, they have full of drones which is delivering that thing. So these are the simple way of robots are coming out for our labor jobs. Instead of delivery by human being, we deliver the products by using drones and all. Nowadays war is happening with the drone carrying that things. So where robots expanding rapidly, right? So there you have also opportunity. So the transforming of digital transformation of business, from capital labor intensive industry to capital intensive uh, workplace, where you have fully automized or automatic production process, where human is not replaced by robots, right? So there also it transformed the business production sector, maybe warehouses, supply chain, where we use robots. And also for as I told you, in home human being, it is also replacing the data entries or maybe regular automated jobs and all. Our labor household jobs, those things are replaced with robotics. So here we can have roles like robotic engineer who will develop robots, who will make robots, and automation consultant who will help the organization which are the process can be automated, which are the process should be handled by human being, which are the process where robots can be employed. So this consultant job is also very important there. So automation consultant is there. And mechatronics a specialist. Mechatronics is a combination of mechanical engineering with electronics engineering, and then it is having some computer science engineering. This all together we have a mechatronics. So you should have that. If you want to take the mechatronics specialist, you should have this all the discipline knowledge, mechanical engineering or computer science engineering, and then you need a little bit of electronics engineering also. So these because we have human machine robot which has some computer system and which also has some electronic devices, software, hardware, and thing. That's why we have this mechatronic specialist who is very paid very heavily also. So these are the job roles in a robotic and automation in the future, which is also growing a lot with the 30 percentage growth. But as of robotic in India, it is something less because it's very costly. So in India, that robotic and automation is little bit less. And blockchain technology, as I told you, it is used predominantly in banking sectors for making a very transparent transaction, and also very secure, very safe transactions, right? So supply chain, where we use blockchains, digital identity, decentralized manner verifications, those things where we can use blockchains. For example, I'll say for your degree, right? When I put nowadays we have a digital, uh, s- we can put our digital degrees and all there, right? As per higher education policy, we can have a digital thing where we have credits we can earn, and we can earn a degree and all, right? So we have a library where we can put all our credits or credentials there. So someone, what is a security that our my digital informations will be safe, right? Now a simple Aadhaar card or number of banking set of numbers, those things someone should not misuse, right? So there we, if you have a blockchains technologies, that will make our things very secure. It should be transparent. I should also view my credentials. When if I apply for some other company, the employer also should verify my degrees, my credentials. So it should be transparent for both, but it should not be misused, right? So there we need a blockchain technologies and smart contracts. So this agreements that we enforce between ourself and then with the other organization, where we work together, right? When we work together, we have should have that contract. So we have all this job opportunity in blockchain technologies, like blockchain developer who will develop blocks, right? And then crypto analyst, bitcoins, which is not legally authorized, but still that is a very highest valued currency as of now, right? And smart contract developers who will develop the interactions, transactions, and all. So these are the career roles that you have in this technology, in blockchain technologies. And next is IoT, is something very we all use, right? We say smart homes, smart cities. From simple bathroom closet is becoming AI, right? Smart yeah, closet. It will flush on its own, and we can have from smart homes, building a home or building a smart city with the full of sensor and other measuring the maybe air or purity, or maybe a system for disposal of wastage, or maybe a system for maybe a flow expanding our and ditches or whatever maybe. So we monitor the smart cities for with the mobilities and all other stuff, and smart factories which also runs with AI, where most of the activities are AI powered. All right. So these smart cities and smart factories are possible because of IoT. The devices which we connect and we get interaction through sensors and data and create automation intelligence, right? uh, Simply nowadays everywhere we use it. A diabetic patient, they have buttons like that. Previously we have to put injection, and we have to take a blood, and we have to take urine for analyzing everything, understanding the levels of sugar or whatever maybe. But nowadays we have a simple button like device which we attack with our skin. So everywhere we can just simple scanning, we can get sensor, and we can get our records, right? Medical records. What is the HP as of now? What is my BP? What is my sugar level? Everything I can see with the device, right? So like that, the device which we connect with any equipments and gives help us to do automation, or help us to do understand and do our job easily. So internet of things, it is ruling entire world. 60% of everything whatever we are having now, maybe a smart TV, a smart washroom, whatever maybe, everything is going to be security systems, or smart lights and smart fans. Everywhere it's going to rule. 60-70% of all devices, it's going to be connected with IoT only. So IoT engineers job career role is there. And embedded system, so those person will help you for connecting the devices with the sensors. Those embedded system developer and automation specialist who will automate the process, right? Which are the process where we can use this IoT process, those analyst work, those things and all, we have a role. So these are the career roles in IoT. And these are the other in technology wise we have AI prompt engineers. So prompt engineer, even a simple chat GPT, you cannot get a perfect data, perfect answer when your prompt is not good, right? If your prompt is very clear and very in a very good explained very perfectly, your answers will be very perfect, right? So the prompt engineer's job is becoming very significant now. Who how to develop the prompt and those things. Prompt engineer job is other one big role it's coming up now. And metaverse architect, especially for digital marketing or digital consumer behaviors, or even entertainment industry, like entertainment industry like theaters or amusement parks, where we metaverse architect, designing on amusement, designing on plaza like such a theaters like that. So we need people who will design such a virtual reality or augmented reality or mixed reality together, right? So metaverse architect is other important jobs for creative people who like creativity and all. And AR VR developer, quantum computing researchers who involve in research, a digital transformation consultant. What is digital transformation? Just like a part of automation, uh, where the business process, it's becoming digital, or moving forward with the trend. Uh, for example, we have a food delivery. Maybe we have a Swiggy or whatever it be, and you have a tracking system. Right? So you will be very happy after making order. It will give you information. Your food is getting prepared. You can just track, right? You can say that the food is packed, or it is on the way. It is near 5 minutes, 12 minutes. It is reached you. It is delivered to you. So these all that simple system which will convince a customer or it will attract a customer. So those things, your process, your business process, you're transforming as a uh, it's a process where we do a simple job which is digitally transformed, right? So that consultant, which are the process can be transferred digitally. Every organization has a lot of process, taking orders or delivering or transporting. So which where the process can be transformed totally with the AI or automation process. So those consultant job is also there. And full stock developer. Who is full stock developer? It is now hot take. People previously we had a backend developer and then front end developer, right? We have different softwares for backend user interface developing a UI or UX, and we have a people for a maybe a wastages or those things. You have to, as a organization, you have your own goals or objective to maintain your place sustainable and environmental sustainable, right? So that emissions or wastage or electronic pollutions or air pollutions or water pollutions, those things can be eliminated or to be reduced, right? So for that we need a sustainable technology analyst who will have the job role of taking care, monitoring regularly about the sustainability, impact on our process, impact on the society or environment, climate, everything. Previously, it is just the norms. Ma'am, how much you? How long, ma'am, since just now, ma'am? Oh, once again, I'm sharing. Is it visible now, ma'am? Okay. So previously it is just only a data, right? Previously you have to maintain record that we are doing this and all. But now future it is not going to be just a report or just a mandatory document like that. It is going to be data, right? You have to give data. What is the impact? What is the things and all to the governance or government? You have to take care of your sustainability. So that job is also there. And then AI policy and governance. As I told you, AI ethical consultant. Here also AI policy, what artificial intelligence you are using, what is its impact on that, and what is every organization should have the policy. What is the impact on output on it, socially, ethically, or emotional or economic wise. Those things and all will be monitored, and it has to be the governor, it should be governed by the organization, and the government also has been given with the reports like that. So those AI policy and governance specialists, that is also other role will be here. So these are the technology wise, I'm saying, these are the jobs for digital technology jobs that you may have in, which is something very lucrative, people say. Lucrative jobs you can take in your career for another 5 years, I'm telling. 2030, 40, 40, 50, people have different scenario. Now what we have AI, people say it will become going to become a, AI special intelligence, right? Which is going to replace a human being. Already we are in a AGI, artificial intelligence, general intelligence, right? Where just we don't need any human. It will take decisions on. It will replace human being. It will take decisions. What just like a human being, it will analyze. It will neural network devices analyze a pattern. It will take decisions. But super intelligence means where better than a human being, it can take decisions. So that is where 2040 it all may come. Then whatever other career job role, may people say more than 92 billion around the world, billion jobs will be ruled out in 2030. Maybe another 100 billion jobs, new roles will come in 2030. So 92 billion jobs role may be going off, but 110 job roles will be evolving in because of these different technologies. So, but our job is only to upskilling ourselves, to learn, relearn. That should be our attitude, right? That adaptability is very important. So these are the challenges in digital careers. Rapid change in a technology thing always will happen. Uh, 2024 one batch, I think they all were learning Python and all. But nowadays, markup space has come. Python lab has gone, markup space have come. C++ came as a Python, Python came as a markup space. So like that, it will change. So technology will change everywhere. Uh, it will facilitate you, and then other big challenge is competition, global talent pool. So the remote work will allow anyone can be hired from any one place. Anyone can work from any sitting in a Kanyakumari, the corner, you can work for US or anywhere, right? So that makes you to get resource or human employment anywhere in the part of the world. So who is competent, they will get a job. So competition is pooling of resources, other big competition, and continuous learning every day, every hours or every the digital technologies changes updated. So you have to keep updating yourself, keep learning new things. That is other big challenge. And skill gap, what is a skill gap, what is existing technology and what is my skill in that, how I should identifying that skill gap is other big problem, right? So identifying everyone and identifying what is this my skill set and what is the industry trend of skill now. So how I should reshape or relearn all the skill set. Those things are biggest problem. And job displacement, replacing a new job. Maybe I will say all postal jobs or data entry jobs or maybe the delivery jobs. This all is going to lost, right? Delivery person or maybe a counter, ticket counters or those jobs, BPO's jobs, it's all going to be lost. So job displacement can happen, replace repetitive jobs. Ethical and privacy issues are big because we are going for a digital transparent world. Uh, Privacy is a question mark. Even our my digital degree or my personal credentials, it's going to be digital library, digital credentials. So everywhere my identity is transparent. uh, we cannot hide Aadhaar card or we cannot hide PAN. Everything is digital. If everyone knows my Aadhaar card, they can take all details of mine. So privacy is a big question mark here. So that is other important issue. And then digitally divide. Not everyone is equal as us. Uh, Getting course, doing the course, it has some cost. Everyone is not capable to take that courses. People who sit in IIT can have access of better digitals or emerging technologies. People at a lower, maybe low level self-financing colleges or one affiliated institution like that, they may not have such a big huge lab, the lab softwares or resources, faculty resources, what is available in IIT or IIM, that may not be available for a person who sit in a village college, where that softwares or knowledgeable human resources faculty to take that classes, or even affordability to take a courses online. Those things will be biggest challenge, right? So it is not equally, opportunity is not given equally for everyone to upskilling their knowledge. So that is other biggest challenges here. And what skill set you need for taking this digital careers is programming language. People will tell me that people nowadays, they are not learning coding, they are not learning any languages and all. But still, you may have lot of application softwares which help you for coding, but if you don't know the fundamental of coding of various softwares, it is not going to help you. You cannot be a developers and all, right? So programming skills set, technical knowledge is important, even if you use application software for coding. And data analysis, analytical skill set, that is very important for visualizing, interpretation. Even though machine learning going to replace you, but human being can do a better interpretation compared to a machine. So analysis. And cloud platforms, where you can have resources, where you can utilize the resources, data which is available there. You can utilize uh, what is publicly available. So using those platforms, that skill set you should have. And cyber security basics, at least you should have, to have yourself safe, and to have your network safety, right? So these are the technical skill set you required for this digital career. And soft skills, என்னதான் நீங்க டெக்னிக்கல் ஸ்கில் செட்ல சவுண்டா இருந்தாலும், if your soft skills is not going to support you, then your performance or your success may not be good, right? So you need a good communication, verbal, written, clarity, communication skill set, problems solving, critical thinking, designing, adaptability for a new technology without any reluctance, adapting to the new technology. Those things are very important soft skills you need. And certifications you have to take for taking this job. Data analytics you can take from Google Career, certifications you can take Amazon Web Series, you have a cloud practice. It is something 3,000, 7,000, something like that. You have some Azure fundamentals and all. It comes with a payment only. So those, but it is a very not big, it's a small amount only. But you can take certification from Microsoft thing. And Cisco networking, cyber security certifications. As now only people are coming on with the BE degree with cyber security. Until before 1 year, 2 year, there is no out student as of now today. Maybe from good universities they may have cyber security people, but may not from the other level of colleges. Maybe now only they are coming out. So cyber security you can take with the certifications and all. And AI engineering with the IBM professional certifications. And NPTEL SWAYAM, you all know, right? It's a free, but for certification you have to pay 1,000 rupees for getting. These all courses are available in NPTEL SWAYAM and all. You can choose your domain and you can do the certification. And what the industry expects from you is a practical knowledge, not only your theoretical knowledge. So that's why we have a lot of hackathons happening, internship projects, where you can get practical knowledge, associating, collaborating research works. So during a school college time itself, involving any projects or research projects. So the practical knowledge is also industry expect from you. Internship experience, continuous learning mindset. You cannot say I cannot learn new thing, I cannot work in this platform. I trained only for this platform. I cannot go for machine learning. I know only AI. I know only data science. I cannot go for this cloud computing. Like that, you cannot have that attitude of saying that I cannot change myself. So you should have a continuous learning mindset. And projects in GitHub, you're able to collaborate and do projects, and good communication, that what industry expect from you for getting job or getting selected in any big organization. So these all I have already completed. And opportunity I heard is you can work with remote care, global carriers, where MNCs, or you can work from, for any domains. You can work in any organization, or else you can go for a freelancing. People say in 2030 onwards there won't be much of permanent employment. People will work for as a consultant for a particular domain, maybe for a particular task, particular process people may work. They will take on the own time. They will take. They'll have their own system, uh, schedule of working, and they can complete the project and they can get money. It's no need for you to get permanently associated as an employee and getting benefits of insurance, salary, and all. You will do a process and you'll be out, right? So that's what gig economy, where you have independent specialist consultants, where you do a particular jobs give assigned to you. So freelancing also you can do in any of this, maybe AR, digital, or data scientist, data architect, or metaverse. You can work as an independent consultant and you can earn money. And you can do a tech startup in any of these field, blockchains or AI or IoT. You can start a startups in this any of this field, and you can become an entrepreneur by innovating any new other technology, and you can start your own business also. So these are the opportunities you have. India nowadays, we have more lakh startups. That's all with the younger generations only. Nowadays you can see in any panel you have lot of small kids, maybe 26, 27. They are all CEOs, founders with a startup company in various domains. We have ample opportunities to have a tech startups in fintech or maybe other domains. Yeah, you have lot of domains where you can have a startups, and a lot of university they have incubation center which helps you for these startups, and lot of venture capitalists who will be ready to finance for your thing. If you attach with the IIT or other people where you have a incubations, where will help the startup with the funding also. And opportunity for a startup as an entrepreneur, UI solution, web freelancing, content creation, like that, and digital agency, only agent, AI agent, like that, app development, or any tech startup. So these all entrepreneurship opportunities in various domain where you can do after your education. So, as a students, what you have to do, learn digital fundamentals, do mini project, do join any hackathons to get some problem solving ability. Right, the problem solving ability will you will get only by joining in hackathons. Joining by team as a hackathons only you will get that ability. So join hackathons and update your LinkedIn profile. Follow people in your domain. If you are interested in cyber tech, then follow people in the cyber security, and follow them, follow the pages. So you'll keep updated on the trend of that particular domain. And do internship compulsorily. Don't do any fake. Do genuine internship in your domain where you like to be, and then have a portfolio website, so cards your best projects, your profile, and your skill set on your website. Have your own personal website. So these are the thing as a students you have to do to get a good job and a good career, right? So that's all from my side. I hope you will get a you will build a smarter future by upskilling yourself.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have any doubt here?
In emerging technology, you have highlighted all the areas of opportunities, ma'am. Really, we impressed a lot because those who are from the background of computer science, they can able to explain well. But you are from the management, you have excellent knowledge about the digital technology and its opportunities. Really, we are so happy, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Dear participant, do you have any
Thank you, ma'am.
question? If you have any question, you can ask to the ma'am.
I don't know how many listening.
Session was wonderful, ma'am. Really.
Anyone in? Okay, okay. Anyone who listen? At least one or two? Hmm? Any doubts? Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
We can
ma'am.
close this.
Dear participant,
Oh,
feedback link will be posted in the group. Thank you so much. Shall we wind up the session, ma'am?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, or
Thank you.
one happy announcement to all. We have tomorrow. We have the International Women's Day. We are going to launch our profile, IEDA profile. So kindly join all of you tomorrow with us. So I expect more. So I'll post an invitation in the group also. I will invite you in personally in WhatsApp also, ma'am. Thank you so much to all.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure. I'll join. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.